Hey guys, welcome to The Hang with Rock and Roll Band Quadra Sound. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Nick. Guys, make sure to check out our music. We got 3 singles out right now on all streaming platforms. Check it out.
We are coming to Vancouver Friday, February 27th at Blue Light Sessions. This is a live, intimate, recorded event. So it's a live show. You can get tickets. I think there's 60 tickets available, and it will be recorded and put on YouTube. So fun little thing there. We got Quadra Sound, us, and Chase the Bear at Blue Light Sessions. Get your tickets at quadrasoundmusic.com.
Also, make sure to follow us on all social platforms at Quadra Sound on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Subscribe to our YouTube at Quadra Sound. And yeah, for all updates, go to the website, quadrasoundmusic.com.
Thanks for listening, guys. Enjoy the episode.
What's up, everyone? What's up, Aaron?
Hey, Nick. How's it going?
You know, I tell you, I've been better.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Big stuff going on.
What's going on?
Just didn't have a great sleep.
Oh, no.
That's about it.
Nothing new there.
Well, you know, I've been working at it. You know, the last 6 months I've been on this journey, trying to just enter my 30s strong and at my peak. And for some reason, now that it's a week away, I'm falling off. What are the odds of that?
And what happened?
Just working and just slowly adjusting, sacrificing my morning ritual each morning. You know, like I like to get up 2 hours before work so I can do my meditation, my push-ups, my abs, my shower, and all that shit. And then each day I'm just getting more tired. So I'm like, I'd rather just sleep a little, shower, and head to work. And then I'd rather just sleep a little more. And the next thing you know, you're just not doing the routine, and then you're miserable at work, and blah, 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 and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I can't. I got to do all the things before work. I got to get the workout in. I got to do the meditation. I'm just really strict about it.
Well, it's definitely it makes for the better day.
Now, let me ask you this. There's some hacks you can do, because I'm assuming you're setting your alarm and then you're snoozing it, or what's happening there?
No, I haven't been snoozing it. I've just been deciding around midnight when it's time. I'm like, just set it for 8 a.m. and get up for work instead of setting it for 7.
But that's too late. Midnight's too late already.
Well, but you know my weird thing. I can't go to sleep any earlier. I wake up at 2:30, like clockwork, and I can't get back to sleep. And again, that's what set this off. If I go back and trace it on Thursday or something, I tried going to sleep at 10:30 because I was so fucking tired, and I got up at 2:30, and then the whole cycle began. And now I'm trying to play catch up.
Yeah, they say it's best to not sleep in, just get up. Just get up early and make yourself more tired for that night.
Build up the sleep appetite. I know. Fuck.
Yeah, because I mean, I've been not even sleeping in on weekends because of that.
Right.
I'll sleep. I get up at 6 on weekdays. I'll allow for 6:30 on weekends.
Whoa.
But it's great. I got up at 6:30 today. I feel great.
I know, man.
You just got to go to bed on time.
You just got to do it. I know. It's just so fucking hard.
The thing that, let me just say this, and I don't know, I'm sure you've thought about this, but the thing that is fail-safe for me to get me out of bed is my phone alarm is not within arm's reach.
Right.
It's over on the desk.
Yep.
And then you can't.
There's no way.
You just have to get up to turn it off. And then if you're really weak, you'll go back to bed. But I mean, if you're already up.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be insane to fall back to sleep for sure. I
mean, that works for me.
I'm going to have to try it. I've never tried that. So I will try that. And yeah, I just got to stick to it. I got a zero tolerance thing.
Tough.
If I give myself any sort of leeway, I'll just throw the whole thing off. So
it's tough. I mean, it sucks. It's like, it's a grind, but
yeah, it's always a grind.
It is better long term.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah, and it makes for the better day. And then, like, I've realized when I sleep good, everyone's life around me seems to be better as well. Yeah. So I'll turn it around here. Yeah, I might have to get up at 4 a.m. this morning. Tomorrow. Right. So, we'll see. Yeah. So,
okay. Well, let's Is that enough small talk
Yeah,
to get
to feel comfortable.
So let's keep, because now we're going to break the fourth wall a bit here. This is actually the third episode we're filming, but we're thinking of putting this back in time, making this episode number 1, because, and not deleting the last 2 episodes we filmed, but the reason being is because we didn't really introduce the podcast or have a set, firm idea of what the podcast was going to be about and what it was going to be called. But now we sort of do. It's sort of a little more solidified, would you say?
Yeah, it's starting to take shape because we didn't know exactly what we were doing here. We knew we wanted to do a podcast again, and we're not sure the exact angle of it, but it's starting to take shape now that we're 3 episodes in here.
Yeah. So and now you've probably seen the intro already to this video because of the magic of editing, but we're calling it The Hang Podcast, just The Hang, but it's The Hang Podcast with Quadra Sound or whatever. I don't know what we're going to do with that.
Yeah.
And the idea is behind it, I guess, is that we always talk, me and Nick have talked about, the hang after the show or after the jam or before the jam, and how kind of important that is to the structure of the band.
Yeah.
And the relationships you have with your bandmates or with the people you're working with, other musicians, the producer, whoever. It's kind of like if you can get along during the hang, you're probably going to have a good working relationship, and the work is going to benefit from that.
100%. Yeah, it's almost like, I don't want to say it's the most important thing because, musically, in this case, talking about a band, obviously relating musically is probably the most important. But if it was just that and not everything else you don't see, which is the hang, I don't know if it would stand the test of time.
Yeah.
Like arguably what's made us last this long is probably because our hangs are pretty good.
Yeah. And that's the other thing is we feel that we have something special when we do have these hangs or whatever. Like, I mean, they're nothing formal or anything, but it's just what happens naturally.
Yeah.
Is we always just make each other laugh. We have these in-depth conversations, on long drives, or whether we're, just hanging out in the studio or in the jam room. And we kind of just thought maybe some of that would be worth sharing.
Yeah. Yeah, because it seems like, and because anytime we've had another friend come hang out with us, or even like my dad, because we used to live in Victoria, we had a house there. And if someone would come over and stay with us, all of a sudden they would just be part of the hang, and then they would experience it too. And when we first started working with Brian Howes, our producer, like all of a sudden, like the hang just got extended, and it was just a good energy, and everyone seems to vibe with it and enjoy it. So it was like, I wonder if we could not necessarily capture that, but if we could somehow just put a lens on that, and maybe you guys can be part of the hang in some way.
Build a little community here around. Around just hanging out. For sure.
Now, obviously, just the very nature of recording it is probably, the very fact that it's being observed, it might cease to have whatever that element is that we've always had. But why not just leave it rolling and see what happens?
Yeah, we're going to try to keep it natural. And obviously, there's going to be moments that maybe feel a bit stiff, but I'm hoping that over time, we'll sort of gradually get more used to it.
Yeah.
And now Nick and I do already have some experience podcasting, because as some of you may know who watched the previous podcast, the Quadcast podcast, will know that was a podcast.
Yeah.
And maybe you listened to it, maybe you didn't, maybe you knew of it but never listened to it. The view count wasn't great.
Yeah.
But maybe we can talk about maybe kind of why we scrapped that project and kind of wanted to start fresh here.
Yeah, for sure. I would say, well, mainly because it was just an insane amount of work.
Yeah.
And on top of us both working full time and being in a band, which is already like almost impossible, to add on another thing like a podcast, which I didn't realize is as tough as starting a band. Like, if you actually want a successful podcast, you have to give it everything you got, and probably it's going to take 10 years.
Yeah.
So we didn't know that. We were just obviously fans of podcasts and felt like, and then also saw the success of the comedy scene. Like these comedians were blowing up because of podcasting, bringing people into their comedy. And it's just like, is there a way to do that for musicians? Because no one has done it yet. And I was trying to come up with an angle, and the angle I came up with was fine, but it's just too much work. And that angle was, what if each episode was about an album? We talked about it in depth, and then at the end of the episode, we cover a song off it. That's why, it brings people in, but then shows them to the music. And I mean, but try doing that every week on top of everything else. There's just no way.
Yeah, I think it was the cover at the end was really the most time consuming.
So hard. And because you want a good take, and you want it to sound good, and you're editing, and it's just impossible. But I couldn't think, I just couldn't think of another way in to because
and let me just say this, from the experience we've had doing this podcast so far, having recorded a few episodes prior to this, it's a different thing. This is a different thing because there's no anchor.
Yeah.
So it makes it a little hard sometimes. Like there can be this thing where you just go, oh shit, what am I gonna
we have nothing. Yeah.
What am I gonna talk
floating.
about?
Yeah.
Whereas before in that podcast, it was, you could always go back to the album you were talking about. That was kind of nice, but also a little bit limiting.
Yeah.
In a way, because it was a sort of a rule. You couldn't go too far off on a tangent, or you had to come back and stick to the theme, or and with this we want to just explore basically a broader range of topics, and they don't all have to be about music.
Right.
We want to cover, funny stories that happened to us, dreams we had, whatever, basically, but also talk about, what it's like to be in a band, and what we've been up to, and what we've been working on, or what's going on in the music community in general, or,
Yeah. Also, basically just showing who we are, personally. And it doesn't have to be like we're more than just musicians. That's a big part of our lives, but we're just humans. So just putting light on that. And I don't know, I guess people could tune in if they want to know more about us. It doesn't have to be just about music.
Yeah. So, I guess the idea was that if we were going to start a new podcast, we wanted to make it as easy on ourselves as possible.
Yeah.
And this was sort of the format that I kind of came up with and brainstormed with Nick, was that it would just be us hanging out on a couch.
Yeah.
And talking about whatever we want to talk about. Handheld mics, minimal setup.
Yeah, just one camera.
One camera angle. That was the other thing. Remember the camera angles?
We had 3 cameras.
So, and then the two of them
it looked awesome.
Yeah, the two of them were what were the SLR cameras or
digital
whatever.
cameras, yeah.
So for some reason there was some Canadian recording law where they couldn't record more than 30 minutes at a time. It would just time out even if the memory was fine.
Yeah, it was just something in the cameras.
So it was like we had to constantly be on edge, like, that camera stopped.
Yeah.
We got to stop what we're talking about, reboot the camera. It was just a nightmare.
It was a nightmare.
It was an editing nightmare.
Yeah, we're editing it ourselves and doing the thumbnails and the clips. It was a lot.
Yeah.
So this is just simple, point the camera, talk. If we get something good, we get something good. If not, whatever. We just
Speaking
move
of
on.
which, can you see if that's still running? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's running. I could see.
Okay. So, and then what else do I have? I'm just referring to notes here. The vision for the pod. So we kind of talked about that, but we kind of want to have it, me and Nick are the most keen to be doing the pod, I guess. But we do want to have guests on.
Yeah,
we do want to have the other guys from the band.
That's the other thing about, I like the format of just as simple as possible. That way we can move it around if we need to. Like,
it's portable.
Yeah, so that's like if we're somewhere with the band and we want to just shoot a pod, we can. Or if we're in the van on tour or something, let's grab a pod there. If we're having a cigar somewhere, let's do it there. So I like the idea of that. Just catching up with the boys. This is what's going on. No set format.
Yeah, and also, we want to eventually bring on other guests outside of the band too, like outside of Clayton and John, like whoever. I mean, we're joking about your stepdad Jay coming down here.
Yeah, for
always
sure.
having a hot mic ready for him.
Yeah, whoever's
What's going
comes
on,
in,
boys?
whoever pops, whoever knocks on the door, there's a mic waiting for you. Just come on in.
So, and obviously, we'll, as this thing hopefully grows, maybe more high profile guests might want to join us.
Yeah, we'll
but
get
for
some
now, we'll
celebrities
keep it
in.
with buddies and fellow musicians, peers, and
Yeah. We'll start there and then we'll branch. We'll get Brian involved. The guy's got stories for days, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways,
So that's the idea. That kind of covers it.
Yeah.
And that kind of catches us up to where we're at and where we're looking forward to in the future.
Well, the other thing I want to just say is, like, at this point, I only want to do this if we want to do this.
Right.
Like, I don't want to get bogged down in the views and trying to push it and trying to, like, it's here because we want to do it. And if people who like us end up listening to it, that's cool. But if not, I need it to be okay. That if no one gives a shit, that's fine. As long as it's something that we genuinely want to be doing.
Yeah, I think that, I think the view counts are going to be probably disappointing, at least at first.
Of course, but that's a podcast when you're not fucking famous.
Yeah.
That's how they all go, man.
Yeah. But no, I agree. I think I'm want to do this because I'm excited about it, and I like, even though it's a lot of work, and I'm trying to minimize how much work it is, but it's still a lot of work, especially getting it up and running, trying to figure out, how to sync the audio and video and all this stuff. And then you probably heard the theme song. I recorded that yesterday.
Right. Yeah.
And
which is awesome, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah. What was I saying?
I was talking about the view count.
View count. No, doing it for fun. Yeah. I think that what I see it as, it's just, for the people who want to go more in depth and learn more about us and, go beyond the music, that'll be for those people.
Right.
And for anyone who, whatever, thinks we're funny or thinks we're interesting, that they'll hopefully be able to see more of us here.
Yeah.
And if not, then that's fine. If they just like the music, that's fine too. But
right.
I don't want to be worried about, optimizing view count either.
Yeah. Because you can't live like that.
No.
You can't live.
And we're not going to we can't change our personalities to be more mainstream or whatever.
Yeah.
I think we'll get better at podcasting.
Right.
As we get more practice. That's kind of what all the podcasters I've been hearing say, like it takes practice to get good at it. But I think that right now I feel excited about it.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to launch it. We still haven't released anything yet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
As of,
as of recording this.
Real time right now.
But no, I still think it's cool. And whatever we do, I also like the idea of, like, if, when we do get more success, that it'll be something people can look back on and kind of like hear the growth happen.
And hopefully not cancel us.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't say anything.
Why would we ever say anything?
I don't know.
Cancel worthy. We're good. We're good lads.
Now, that being covered, I have another topic.
Yeah, what do you want to get into today?
Just because it's nice to be prepared sometimes if nothing's sort of coming up naturally.
Man. Yeah, whatever you took note
I
of,
wrote
let's
this
get
down
into it.
because I had this dream, and I'll tell you about the dream. And it's kind of a silly dream, but it is music related. So I guess the dream was I was at this sort of blues fest.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of, what a blues fest would be. There'd be sort of blues artists, but it was indoors. That matters.
Of course.
And Lenny Kravitz was there. We know Lenny Kravitz.
Oh, love him. Just gorgeous, that man, dude.
Yeah, he's got some good songs.
Oh, just beautiful. No, he's also black/Jew.
Okay.
Like slashes.
Okay, now that's a little bit relevant.
Okay. I hope not.
In a strange way.
Sure.
But so Lenny Kravitz, would you say he's a blues guy? He's more of a rock but he's kind of bluesy.
Yeah,
maybe.
he's bluesy. Oh,
Blues
yeah, for
rock?
sure.
Blues
Yeah,
rock?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's definitely.
So it made sense that he was there in the dream.
Yeah.
But here's what didn't make sense. He had kind of changed up his sound. So he's doing more of a R&B style.
Right. Which he does do a bit, actually.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's black. He's got that soul thing.
That's what I
that
mean. So
R&B
this
thing,
was...
But he's more rock, but yeah.
This was like... He was basically doing The Weeknd.
Right, okay.
He was like...
Yeah, that's full on
so
modern R&B type stuff.
It was like... I'll do an... I remember one line.
Okay.
And it was like... I'll try and do it. It's gonna sound horrible, but
right.
It's like... Girl, come on now, get this dick.
I mean, just straight to it, eh? You ain't hiding nothing.
But I mean, that's what that kind of music is like sometimes, right?
I don't know if it's that graphic. Maybe it is. I don't really know.
Sometimes it is.
Sometimes
I've heard some Weeknd songs
Okay.
where he's pretty much says that.
Girl, come on. Okay, yeah. I mean, the guy's packing a nice piece. I don't know
I'm
if you
sure
saw
he
that
is.
footage.
I didn't see that, no.
Do you know of the footage, though?
No.
Yeah, it was in like, I think 2012 or something, maybe even a bit later, but he's got leather pants on.
Okay.
And he's playing, and he walks up to the edge of the stage, and he like squats down and does like a leg open thing and just rips his leather pants, and he's commando.
Oh, no.
And what appears to be like a cock ring. Like a metal
you've told me
cock
about this,
ring.
yeah.
So I don't know if that's some sort of like stage move, like to keep like a front man move to keep it nice and looking full.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just opens it.
Just let him know you have
closes
some
his
meat
legs.
between your legs.
Yeah, exactly. yeah. And he closes it, walks back, and pretends like nothing happened.
Shit.
But man, that footage.
And then did he go back and change the pants?
I think he finished the song like this, and
Just legs
yeah.
together.
And then I don't know what happened. Yeah, he didn't talk, and but yeah, it happens. And I've been thinking about this the last week because I'm trying to order a pair of leather pants like for when we go on tour, but I'm like, I don't want them. They got to be sturdy leather. 'Cause
Right.
That could happen to Kravitz, man. It could happen to me, and there's no way I'm packing like Kravitz is.
Right.
And you don't. That'll
But
go
I mean, you got a little jockey underneath. Don't
a
you?
little jockey. No, it's commando.
Commando?
No, that's the thing. In leather pants, you kind of have to go commando if they're tight because you can see the underwear.
Right.
And it's like when you see a girl with yoga pants and you can see the underwear line. It kind of, it's never
You
great.
gotta wear a G-string.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to wear a G-string. I mean, which would be, I don't know what's more embarrassing.
I think if you rock it, you rock it.
Right. Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
You're a rock star, man.
Yeah. Wear a G-string, no problem. Okay. Anyway, sorry.
Okay, so he's doing this, and then
Yeah,
but
girl, come on, get this dick.
Yeah.
Or you want this.
but you can tell the crowd is not vibing with this
It's a
new
blues
sound.
fest,
Lenny
right.
Kravitz's new sound. They're not. It's not going over well.
Okay.
And the kicker is, it's becoming evident that he's lip syncing because it's sort of like, he'll do a thing where says something, he sings the line, and then moves the mic away.
Right.
But the last word,
Of
like
the
the
line.
word still
Yeah.
projects out
Yeah.
of the speakers that he would have been singing, but the
Right.
mic is not up
Yeah.
to his mouth.
So it's giving it away.
So it's really he's a bad lip syncer.
Right.
Is what's happening. And I wanted to, and that made me think because we've seen a concert.
Yep.
We saw a concert, and we're not going to mention the artist's name, I don't
Right.
think, but where it was clear that this artist was lip syncing.
Yeah.
There was a lot of vocal effects
Yeah.
going on, a lot of added on.
Tons of
you know,
processing.
Yeah,
and,
tons of
and-
processing. But it was a rock band.
Yeah. I know.
Now, where's the line? Like, when is that? Is it ever acceptable?
Yeah.
Is it acceptable in some genres? Is it ever acceptable in rock? Let me get your take on this.
Okay, so is it acceptable in some genres? Let's start there. Yes, I think so. I
Okay.
think it's acceptable in hip hop,
Okay.
and
Now, I've heard you say this before.
it's acceptable in hip hop and pop because it's not sold to you as, it's never sold to you as this is a real band recording their instruments live off the floor.
Right.
Like everyone knows that from the very beginning. That's even on the studio. It's
Right,
so-
because they're playing a beat
Yeah.
out of the.
Yeah, it's all digital
Yeah.
and it's cool. And it's creating this song that you like and they're recreating it live. You know, like, and there's the modern way, like when you see Post Malone, he's singing he's singing to track, but he is doing his live vocals over top of that, and you can hear it. And you could hear it when he drops out. It's almost like it's double tracked.
Right.
So, but that's cool because he's still giving his all, and you could hear the auto tune, but the emotion's coming through. So that for that I like it. But okay, so is it okay for a rock band?
Wait, before we get into rock, let me just ask this about rap specifically. Was this not the purpose of the hype man?
Yeah.
To cover the lines when the main rapper had to breathe, take a breath, like
100%. That was their job. Yeah, they finished the line.
Is that still going on? I guess you haven't been to many rap shows.
No, I don't know if that's still
I just
going
was
on.
wondering if that was. I didn't even know if that was the reason, but I assumed because they're always doubling up like important lines or whatever, and then I assume they would cover when if someone has to take a breath.
I've definitely seen that, yeah. Because rap specifically is, oh my God, dude, to do rap live is crazy.
Yeah.
You don't realize how hard it is, so you need that hype, man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so now the double track is taking over that job, I guess. They're singing to track. I don't really know. I've seen Eminem do it. He does the same thing where you can hear the track being played, but he is still doing it live over top.
Yeah.
So as long as they're giving her, I think that's okay.
Okay, now let's get into rock.
Okay, as far as rock goes, rock is, by its very nature, for some reason, well, not for some reason, because it's the way it was, it is sold to you as a band, a rock band. They're playing this together. They came up with it together. They're playing it together. They recorded the songs live, and they're going to play them live. You assume all that when you think of a rock band. So when you see a rock band live and it's obvious that there's tons of processing on the vocals and the background harmonies and a keyboard is played in track and all this stuff, it just, for me and you, I think, it just doesn't feel right. It feels like you've been shortchanged. Yeah, you've been tricked. So I think it's hard for a rock band to do it. Let me think about this. I think you should. I don't know.
So here's my take.
Yeah, what do you got, man?
I don't like it.
I know, I don't either, but I'm trying to find. Okay,
there's something about it's like we were talking about the AI thing before.
Yeah.
And that people might not have heard that yet, but we talked about AI in one episode. It's sort of a similar thing. It's like something about it is just rubs me the wrong way and makes me cringe or whatever. It's like it just feels fake. I guess rock is that one genre that's trying to hang on to like this is real.
Yeah.
We're really playing our instruments. We're really singing. It's not perfect.
Yeah.
Like in School of Rock when he says rocking about being perfect,
right,
or whatever. I think that's what Jack Black says.
Oh, you know the line.
And it ain't about getting a straight A,
right?
So, and it's live is a different thing. It's not supposed to sound like the record,
right?
So it's okay if certain elements aren't there because, you overdubbed something in studio and you can't do it live.
Yeah.
It's okay because it's more about the energy you're bringing, and it's more about creating this. It's cool that it's different. And I know a lot of people go to a concert and they want to hear it played just like the record. And unfortunately, just go listen to the record then because it's not going to happen.
Right.
And you need to, as a concert goer, you should know that.
Yes, I know. And I think the true rock fans know that and respect that. And when you go see, for example, the next night after that concert, we went to another concert and it happened to be the same night that AC/DC was playing in Vancouver. Right. And these are guys in their late 70s and 80s, and those songs are literally impossible to sing when you're 30. Yeah. When Brian Johnson first came up with them, let alone when you're almost 80. Yeah. And everyone knows that he can't do it. But it almost doesn't matter because he's out there giving it all he's got, and there is no faking it. It kind of sounds like shit, but you respect that.
Yeah.
You know,
Because they're still doing it. It's almost like they're not. It kind of brings them down to earth a bit or something.
Right.
Like it makes you realize, oh, this is just a group of guys,
Yeah.
and look how big they made it. They're selling out BC plates,
Yeah.
and they're just a couple of buddies with guitars,
Yeah.
and
And they
giving
wrote-
it their all.
Yeah.
And now he's 80 doing it.
Yeah.
And he's still doing it, but like he's not pretending that
Right.
he can sing like he could when he was
course.
30.
Yeah.
And
he knows
and that's
that.
cool.
Yeah,
And when I saw the Stones, it was the same experience. It was like Mick Jagger still had pretty good vocal chops.
Yep.
I mean, he's in great shape.
Yeah.
But, there were certain notes that weren't as, that strong or whatever. He didn't have the stamina to sing them, and it was fine. It was cool. I'm seeing the Stones. It's not if I want to hear how they sounded in 1971, I'll go listen to the record.
Right.
Like it's a different experience.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
and that's okay. So but here's the other thing that I've been thinking of is when there is an arena full of people, and just so you guys know, we left that concert early because it was so obvious that
the one where he was lip syncing.
Yeah. So it was so obvious that he was lip syncing because he's running into the crowd and hugging everyone, and then his mic is away and the lead vocal's still going.
Yeah.
And also it just has a sound, and I've been trying to, even when bands played a track and the vocals aren't necessarily being processed, but the instruments are, there's just this feeling where I can tell it sounds like I'm hearing the song be played through a PA system. It doesn't sound like I'm hearing amps. It doesn't sound like I'm hearing a band. And when you go see the Rival Sons, for example, it's the most real, raw thing you've ever heard, and they're doing it really well. Okay.
And we're back.
Yeah, a little technical difficulty there. But as I was saying, so when you see a band like the Rival Sons and it's the most real thing you've ever seen, the amps you're hearing the amps in addition to the PA system.
Right.
It's hitting your ears, you're feeling the air from the amps like move.
Yeah.
And it's real, and the vocals are like, so, but there's something when you go to a concert, and I've even experienced this when you're in the like farther back seats of an arena show, you can't hear the stage volume. You're really hearing it through the PA system, and it has its own sound. But when you're like us, we're two people in this arena watching this band, small arena, but still a lot of people, like 5,000 or something, and we're the ones looking at each other like, what? How is he fooling everyone?
Yeah, he's getting away with
how
it.
he can't keep getting away with this. But so then you at some point you have to go, well, are we the idiots? Because all these people are having a good time, and isn't that what this is about? They're hearing the songs that they love, from back in the late 90s, and they're singing along, they're hugging the guy as he runs around, they're having a good time, and they're connecting, and they're feeling emotion. It's like, that's the point. So how I've organized it in my mind is when artists do that, it's WWE. It's hey, it's a lot of crowd interaction. Like I hit him, and then the crowd goes wild.
Yeah.
Then you point the mic out, and you let Hulk Hogan hear them. Yeah, come on, and people love that. People love WWE. It's a huge thing, and people get enjoyment out of it.
Does everyone know it's fake?
Yes.
Everyone though?
Well, maybe not little kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's known that this isn't real, but we all get the emotions, and it's exciting. And so
It's a performance.
So that type of live music is WWE, and the Rival Sons is UFC. It's like real fighting, and you don't know what's going to happen, and it could go off the rails, or it could, So it's just a matter. I'm trying to.
But what's cooler?
Well, I think you know the answer, but I'm saying it's at the end of the day, that's your personal choice, your taste. Like I like the real shit. I like when the singer has an off night, but he's giving it all he's got. Or you're like, I don't care. I'm here with my friends, and we love the songs, and it's about that. And half the time I go to a concert, and there's people that aren't even looking at the band. Mostly girls, but they'll be looking at each other singing the song,
they're singing.
and I'm like, wow, I could never do that.
That's like when we played with Cam. I got the throat got all caught up there.
All
We
right.
played with Cam Whitcomb.
Yes.
It was almost like he didn't need to be singing because the whole crowd was singing along to every word,
yeah.
and it was overpowering
his voice. Yeah.
which was crazy.
It was unbelievable.
It was like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how that's really related, but it just made me think of that.
Well, let's think about that. There's a contemporary pop act, a guy who's fucking singing live
yeah,
with a real band.
yeah,
They do play to track, but his vocals didn't seem processed like that. Like,
I didn't notice the track part, but
well, they don't even have. I mean, at the start of the tour, by the end of that tour, they didn't have a bass player because when I went to Nashville, he was playing. He happened to be playing that week, and everyone was saying, like some people from his team, like, yeah, they've had to fire the bass player. Now it's just to track. And I've heard that online a few times. There's a few bands where there is no bass player, like Hardy, where it's just two guitar players and the bass is is being played to track.
so my days are numbered.
Yeah, your job's. Sorry, buddy.
That's all going away.
Yeah, that's all going away.
Bass.
Yeah. But to that point is he's giving it all he's got. He's performing the songs, and so that's a cool kind of happy medium that I think both people can respect. Rock fans can respect that, and young girls can love it too.
I guess my thing, and this was my take on the AI thing too, is that there should be some sort of warning or something on the ticket.
Warning, what you're about to hear is processed. Enjoy it, but just know that it's just know that you're not as cool.
I don't know, because I didn't know anything about that, and maybe I should have looked up what is it, this concert. If I read the reviews, maybe someone would have said that. But I mean, I was just there mainly for the Rival Sons. It wasn't really to see this headlining band, but it was like
giving it away.
we can bleep whatever.
The contrast was bad too.
I guess, it just wasn't the right fit.
Yeah,
and,
to go from the Rival Sons to something that's processed is like so noticeable.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy.
And I guess it just kind of was like, well, I didn't know this was going to happen, and it's upset me.
Yeah.
And
now
but we left, whatever.
But there's bands that acknowledge it. Like we opened with For Steel Panther, and there's tons of where he's singing to track, and he will admit it.
Right.
Michael Starr, the lead singer, he's like, for sure. Like, and I mean, talk about WWE. That's kind of that show. It's a show. It's a spectacle. And people love it. And I guess they're not really expecting that. So I guess it comes down to the brand of the band.
Yeah.
Like,
and I guess what I'm saying is I don't really want to be in a band that does that. So I quit.
yeah.
No, we haven't played the track. We never have.
We don't even know how.
Yeah. I'm hoping we don't. But I just prefer to keep it live and create the magic out of what we can do with our own instruments.
Yeah.
That's what it's about to me. It's about creating this magic show with the tools at hand.
Exactly.
And if it sounds bigger than the sum of the parts, then you're doing it right.
You're doing it right, exactly.
Yeah.
And that doesn't always happen. That's the thing about rock music that's why we felt that's a special feeling when you're jamming with a band and then this other element exists, the sum of the parts exists this thing. And then you go, oh, well, it'd sure be nice to capture that, show others. It'd sure be nice to have that happen in front of others. And it doesn't always happen. Maybe like 90% of the time it doesn't happen. But the 10% you can find it and it does appear, and it's that magical moment live. And we've all experienced that at concerts, and I'm sure the listeners have as well. So and I think when you play at a track, you essentially eliminate the possibility of that thing appearing, but you eliminate the 90% of the time where it's not appearing. It's just this sort of middle of the road, somewhat medicated version of music. It's consistent, it works, but it doesn't go to this magical place, but it also doesn't.
You don't have the highs and lows.
You don't have the bombing. And so,
well,
but let's wrap it up there, and we'll think more about that.
Yeah, I mean, there's no end to the debate, but I think we got some good points made there. So
yeah. But yeah, everyone, thanks for tuning in, and hopefully you learned a bit about us. And yeah, let us know in the comments your thoughts on seeing a band live play a track. We'd love to hear what other people think, because that's just our take, and maybe we're just like jaded musicians or something. So
yeah, thanks for listening, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, that was The Hang.